special enrollment period available through the end of the year. Join us with details, plus an update on Bill AB 1400 is financial advisor Craig Gussin. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Paul. How you doing?
Well, I'm just confused. It seems like we always have special enrollment periods. When does it stop being a special enrollment period if you have so many special enrollment periods?
So what happened was open enrollment is November 1st through the end of January in California. When COVID hit, Congress signed the American Rescue Plan Act. President signed it, or passed it, President signed it, and that gave a special open enrollment between now and the end of the year. Actually, I think it was May 1 and the end of the year. And anybody who has health insurance on their own, not through their employer, can change their plan to a better plan, to a lower cost plan. On top of that, they're going to get an additional subsidy. Prior to the American Rescue Plan Act subsidy, if you made more than 400% of the federal poverty level, you didn't get a subsidy. Now everybody in America can get a subsidy. You can't pay more than 8.5% of your income for one of the low-cost silver plans. And if you've collected unemployment in 2021, you can get health insurance for as little as $1 a month, and a family of four would be $4. So the special enrollment had to do a lot with COVID because a lot of people lost their jobs, got laid off. So it's a way of protecting them. Also, what they did is they put in a new rule for COVID. So I'm sorry, for COBRA. If you lost your job and you got involuntarily terminated, you can go on COBRA between April 1st and the end of September, and the government's going to refund through a federal subsidy, through a federal tax refund to either the insurance company or your employer. If you have a company with less than 20 employees, the insurance company is going to pay for your COBRA through September. If your company is more than 20 or more employees, then the employee is going to pay it and get a federal tax credit. So it's a good thing for most people because what we're looking at, we've seen people save money anywhere from $50 a month to $500 to $1,000 a month based on family size, age, income. So it's really helping a lot of people who've been affected financially by the COVID.
Well, let me interrupt you. If it's such a good deal and it seems like it's gaining in popularity, then why do we need this SB 1400? Am I confusing apples and oranges here?
AB 1400 is a bill that they want to mandate that there's one health insurance plan in California. No Medi-Cal, no Medicare, no covered California, no long-term care insurance. And to me, long-term care insurance is a key. My mother-in-law was in long-term care for 15 years and it was $5,000 a month. How are we going to pay for it? So the AB 1400 is going to pretty much take over everything. Think of the DMV of health insurance. It costs $400 billion. There's a projection. I think it might be higher than that. The current budget in California is about $200 billion. So we're going to go from a $200 billion budget to a $600 billion budget. And the magic word is, Paul, how are we going to pay for it? And that's the reason it's a 2-year bill. They've already suspended it for this year because there's no one's been able to show a mechanism of how to pay for it. So they've extended it. It's going to be looked at next year. But, Vermont passed a bill like this. The governor signed it, stuck it in a drawer, and for 2-3 years, nobody could figure out a way to pay for it, so they got rid of it.
Well, I thought we had a surplus.
Yeah, we got a surplus of almost $100 million this year. But again, $100 million versus $400 billion, there's no money to pay for it. And that's always been the issue. They brought this up a couple of years ago. Same conversation. How are you going to pay for it? And on top of it, Paul, everybody doesn't need the same health insurance plan. I don't use it that much. I don't need a super rich plan. Where if you're maybe a diabetic or have heart conditions or other conditions, you may need much better health insurance. Why would the government want to pay for me to have such a rich plan when I'm not using it? Let people choose what they want. By the way, are the doctors going to be able to afford this? I've read a lot of articles. Doctors in their 50s and 60s are going, I'm retiring if this gets passed.
All right,
I can't afford to stay in business.
Well, on that dire financial note, we'll call it a conversation and we will chat again. And we'll just focus on covered California in the meantime until we work out where we're going to find that $400 billion. All right, Craig Gussin, everybody.